Welcome to TrekTrav, I'm Trav, and you know what I was thinking today?
What?
I was thinking what we need is more achoocheemoya.
Yeah?
I was thinking, hey, we haven't heard that word enough.
No, we haven't.
No, I thought maybe we need some more achoocheemoya. Screw any other indigenous American words or Native American words. I just need some achoocheemoya.
Yeah, I think the count for this episode was like 4 times, wasn't it?
I don't know. This is season 2, episode 5, Initiations, and it's going to be fun. This is Ribbit, and
Hello.
we're both not wearing glasses because they will be reflecting the giant ring light that is there.
I'm sure you can see it in our eyes.
Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and let's get into the review. Da, 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 da.
Subscribe to TrekTrav now.
This episode opens with Chakotay on a shuttle.
Yes, he needs to be alone.
That's alone to contact his father's spirits or his grandfather's spirits.
Yeah.
He decided to take a shuttle out by
It's
himself.
totally not because he was just trying to find a place to jack off.
It's not like he couldn't, as you said during the episode, use the holodeck.
Or
Or
be more efficient.
maybe find an empty room.
Yeah.
Like if Chakotay and I...
Did he do that at the end of the episode?
We won't go, we're not there yet. So he obviously gets in trouble.
Yeah.
It seems like a clear setup for trouble.
Yeah.
The Kazon Ogla. We haven't seen the Kazon really in any... I think this is the first one where we actually get some Kazon species building.
Yeah, they had some like backstory and stuff.
But as an initiation, Ka, a young Kazon, needs to go... is given the opportunity to go and kill Chakotay so he can earn his name. They don't believe he can. Well, one of the officers doesn't believe he can, but the captain's like, no, give him that chance.
Yeah.
I don't remember any other Kazon name but Ka.
Ogla.
No, Ogla's the name of the set.
Yeah, but all of them have the last... No, they all have the last name Ogla.
Suffice to say, Chakotay does not die. He, in fact, beats the young Kazon. And
Pretty, like, humiliatingly as well, because he's like,
yeah.
Dude, don't attack me. Dude, stop, please.
Also, I'm pretty
God,
sure-
dude, stop.
I'm pretty sure...
Dude, I'm going to do it.
I'm pretty sure the shuttle model for the Kazon is pretty much identical to the big shuttle, the big ship for the Kazon. Because I was a bit like, what's the size?
Different.
I don't know. It was
slightly
weird.
different.
We get introduced to a new type of shuttle, different warp missiles. That's about it. It's the same interior from TNG. Chakotay, when he beats Ka, beams him over. He doesn't mean to. He tells him to escape, but beams him over to save his life.
That he does.
Yeah. And then we cut to Voyager, where, of course, our favourite character that everyone wants to see more of, Neelix, is talking to Janeway. And my first thought was, oh my God, not only is this a Chakotay episode, this is a Neelix episode.
It is.
And I almost wanted to commit suicide at that point. He was talking about wanting to be more involved with the crew and how he does so much and he feels like he's being underused.
Yeah, so he was basically being like, yo, dude, I can do stuff. And Janeway was like, oh, your food's basically becoming palatable. Maybe you could.
2 things. 1, Neelix is not cool enough to say, yo, dude. And number 2, you were not cool enough to say, yo, dude.
I am now.
But it's... he's talking to her and she's like, oh, you weren't invited to the security training day. I'll make sure to put you on next time because that's why he's having a sook because he's not involved as much.
He's already been on some away missions, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he doesn't really help. Like in season 1 and 2, I mean, he maybe gives some information once or twice. Even in this episode, Cass gives the initial information and then he sort of elaborates.
Yeah.
So, which is weird because Cass has only been out of her underground town for fucking a year and a half.
Yeah, it's like there is a point in this episode, we're jumping ahead a bit, but there's a point where Janeway is like, Cass, come along with us.
Yeah.
I trust a 3-year-old more than you, Neelix.
Yeah, that's it. So they finish whatever the fuck they're doing on the planet. They realise they haven't had communication from Chakotay for a long time. And then they decide to go on the hunt. That is the extent of the entire story from Voyager that whole time.
Yep.
Chakotay is taken into the Ogla vessel with Ka because they have been tracked in, they've been captured.
Yeah.
And then they get a stern talking to. And that's where we learned that he's on an initiation. Oh, name of the episode.
Yep.
We learn that they get their name after they've defeated an enemy. We learn if they don't do that, then they get killed.
Yep. We also learn that they have even more backstory.
Yeah, well, their planet was originally, they co-lived on their home planet with another species, of which they overthrew. Like, we learn a ton about them. They do, if you ignore that, though, they just come across as Klingons without the warrior, they don't have the warrior ego.
Yeah, they don't have the warrior ego.
The warrior, whatever. They don't have the ego. So although they're doing virtually the same things, which is a lot of tradition and a lot of history, they are essentially just doing Klingon shit.
No. They're a bit more tribal, but like, I think that they're distinctively enough different to Klingon.
They're meant to be based on street games.
Yeah, they are distinctive. They're their own thing. Like,
I don't get street gang vibes.
I get how they not the street gang, maybe tribal vibes, but like again, like this is also a species that's only just became a thing like 27 years ago.
Was it 20? No, it was about 57, wasn't it?
No, 27. It's like recent, like really recent. Like they're a new government.
Yeah. So Chakotay talks to the leader, and then he ends up taking him hostage and then inviting Ka to come with him because Ka's going to be killed. Because he failed, he's going to be killed. And Ka decides to do that, which is a quick turn.
Yeah, well, he didn't want to die. And Nog doesn't need to die again.
And then on Voyager, they managed to catch up to where the Kazon ship was destroyed, and that's pretty much it. Then they have the mission where they're going to go do this. It's a Kazon Ogla, blah, 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 blah. Neelix and Kess. Kess gives more information.
And I called Khan Nog just then.
Yeah, well, we're talking about it's Aron Eisenberge, who passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he died. He had a lot of illness. But I honestly, it took you like 30 minutes to work out it was him. And I genuinely, his performance in this is really good.
It's actually a really good performance.
I think it's different enough.
Chakotay even has a good performance. I don't know his actor's name, and I'm not going
Robert Beltran.
Yeah, it's not bothered to ever remember that.
Chakotay's performance was adequate. It was just adequate.
It was a bit more Chakotay in this episode than any other episode so far.
He wasn't even really bad. I get like he's trying to. There was interesting things where he's trying to sort of relate to this kid and go, "Look, you don't have to be this way." When they're talking in the cave, he keeps saving this kid's life, and the kid keeps going basically, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
And Chakotay's trying to relate to him and sort of understand him, which I think is good. And we get to learn a lot about that culture stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't think that there's no meat to Chakotay's performance. It's just I'm sort of saying the lines with a little bit of emotion. I always find that with Robert Beltran. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel like he's just there for the money.
And then Voyager catches up to the planet where they are, but they obviously can't find them. Chakotay and I'm going to say Nog now because you fucking ruined it. Chakotay and Ka are in the cave. Chakotay's put a tracking beacon. They can't read that, but they can see. They know the debris is down on the planet. Yeah, they know Chakotay's probably alive. The Ogla turn up and they go, "We killed Chakotay," and for some reason, Tom Paris and Neelix are on the bridge because Captain Janeway, Kess, Tuvok beamed down, an unnamed security officer beamed down to the planet, and they're looking for them. And then the Ogla decide to beam down as well.
Yeah, they like I don't know if it's subterfuge.
Yeah, they're sort of being sly and sneaky. It's nothing super great. The B plot of this is just them about 2 steps behind Chakotay and Ka.
Yeah.
I think Aron Eisenberge was putting in most of the acting in this.
Mm.
Like I think his character, like you can see his frustration, you can see his sort of anger at the fact that he has to make choices he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
But ultimately, Janeway is tricked by the Ogli. The Ogli get there first. Chakotay and Ka come up with an elaborate scheme in order to get Ka his name within the Ogla.
Yeah. So he gets to live.
So he gets to live. He ends up killing the captain of the Ogla ship instead and basically giving the command to the second in charge. And the second in charge goes, your name is blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, but the second in charge was like totally against him the whole time.
Yeah, I don't
understand.
There was a bit of a flip, but I suppose if you're going, oh no, you're my enemy, and I've just given you power, I don't know. It was really fucking weird.
It's weird.
And then they beam back aboard, and then Chakotay does what he should have done at the beginning of the episode and uses his fucking quarters for his spiritual shit.
Yeah, I think he learns a big lesson. Like, he learns his lesson. Don't go out in the space shuttle by yourself for a random spiritual thing that probably isn't working anyway.
Overall, I loved the learning about the Kazon thing.
That was cool.
Like learning about their society.
There was a moment, like, do you remember the moment when I was like, oh, we're getting backstory? Kazon
it was literally like you're sitting there and you're going, oh, actually, it's been like a season, but we're actually getting some behind the scenes sort of looking at it. The only thing is I do think their makeup just looks like Klingons who put mud in their hair.
Yeah.
Which I wish they'd done more with. They just weren't distinct enough. I don't think the Kazon in general are distinct
I think their culture is distinct enough. I think their design maybe not so much.
Yeah, you're right. They do come across as a bit of like a bit stereotypical. I don't think the Klingons, they tried a lot to sort of move away from that. But with the Kazon, it's a bit like on the nose. I personally thought...
Sorry, there was a piece of fluff in the air. I was following it.
This episode was, I want to say average other than the Kazon world building. Like, there was nothing huge about it. And he says achoocheemoya like 5 times.
No, it's only 4.
I don't know. It's
only
fucking
4.
lot.
He praised
Does
twice.
he not know any other like words from his own language? What is that like?
Why isn't he speaking in his own language for the whole prayer? Why is he saying things in English?
From what I've read, the advisor for all of the Native American stuff wasn't very good. Oh. He just took bits from different cultures and stuff. I don't think this is anything special. Voyager virtually is just playing catch up.
Yeah.
The Kazon in the ship, the Ogla, don't show any threat really whatsoever.
Yeah.
The planet shows more threat than they do. Clearly, Vasquez rocks. Like the same place they use all the time. It's just a really...
I had the first moment that I saw those rocks, I thought of, what was that movie Simon Pegg did?
Star Trek?
Seth Rogen.
Paul?
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, but Paul, I'm pretty sure they bring up the fact it's from Arena.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those padding-y Voyager episodes. It's just... Whenever they give Chakotay anything, it's just never great. I don't think they really know what they're doing with Chakotay.
Whenever they bring up Chakotay, it's achoocheemoya.
I actually don't. Yeah, well, that's it. And also, can I point out, when he goes achoocheemoya, then the flute starts playing. Like, it's really just like, whoa, if you could throw every stereotype under the sun into this, that's what you would do.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's ridiculous. Overall,
it was a pretty good episode. Like, I think it was a good episode.
Aron Eisenberge was great, and I think the building of the Kazon was good. I just wish that there was more dimension.
I feel like it was a good episode. As far as like Voyager goes, like, this is a good episode. This isn't a memorable episode. It's a good episode. It's not.
Oh yeah, no, it's not.
It's not Neelix fucking talking about basically dropping the bomb on Japan.
I knew that Aron Eisenberge was in this episode. Like, as soon as I saw it, I've gone, okay, I know he's in this episode. And then I'm going, actually, I haven't watched this since the first time. I've watched this once because a lot of early Voyager I don't watch much.
It's a good episode. Like, I think it's a better than...
It's a 5 out of 10. It's just average for me.
It's easily an 8 as far as Voyager goes, because like Voyager's, you can be a bit more lenient to it because it has Neelix in it.
Anyone would think it's smoked weed and watched this.
It was enjoyable.
Anyways, what did you think about Star Trek Voyager Initiations? I decide what we cut. Initiations. Did you like it? Do you like the overuse of achoocheemoya? Every time he says it, I just think of saying it in a dirty way. I would like a little bit more of your achoocheemoya.
Oh, really?
Every time he says it, I just think it's the cooch part of it.
I feel like I just fell in love with you. Say it one more time. Look at me in my eyes and say it.
No, he didn't have weed before watching this episode. It's not like you can tell. The fact that he stuck a Star Wars spaceship on top of a giant candle doesn't mean anything.
It's the only thing that holds it properly.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Come back on Wednesday for Star Trek animated series reviews, where I get rid of him and we can actually talk with some sensibility. Also,
we didn't get 10 likes the last time, so I'm going to drop it again. 5 likes, we play this game. We play Buffer Time. 5 likes. That's all we need. We need 5 likes.
Anyway, thank you for watching. I've been TrekTrav. This is Ribbit, and have a good night.